Hi Leo, if you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in the inspiration of July, though timeless, of course. Leos, as always, will scry your ink, add on tarot and oracle, and the spirit box here is rocking and rolling. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Leos, I'm going to take a moment here if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the lock on the linear, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Leos, let's go. Sorry, I'm very country gal today. It's very humid here in Canada, and you get summer things, gardenings, and all that kind of good stuff. Leos, I'm looking at a language. I'm seeing a bear, a polar bear. And it's connecting with, I'm going to say a bird of some sort. So these could be energies if you're feeling bearish or coming out of hibernation. At least that's how it's making me feel a little bit. I forgot my water. To maybe a message or a messenger. But I'm also seeing that there's this person that is lifting you out or up into this. And he's right there. It's like his back is up and he's trying to like lift the hind legs so that you can get in closer to this message. So it's making me feel like I'm being supported to meet this message or meet the messenger. In whatever context you want to roll this in, right? If it's personal, professional, romantic, platonic, or somebody in spirit, to receive a message from spirit. So I'm not sure if you're the bird, bird-esque, or somebody. Anyway, it's not the point. So there's a language. And maybe love language, because I'm seeing the rope with, I don't know if it's a Celtic knot or a knot, doesn't matter. So you might have somebody in spirit, partner, or somebody that has passed, and they're trying to reach you, they're trying to connect with you, but now that one person is in different density, still existing, still alive, just simply in the afterlife aura. The love language is changing. Somebody's helping you. Maybe you're in a current state of grief in some way, shape, or form. And somebody's like really your support through that. At least it's how I'm feeling. I'm going to move on up here to this line. You see how it's like all like a language, and I feel like I'm reading it. But then I see that mushroom from Mario. You know, they always have like that angry face on. I'm seeing that mushroom face. But like is it mushroom? Yeah, they're like the beigey ones, if I'm correct. But you have to stomp on them. But if you bump into them, so I kind of feel like if I bump into something, maybe somebody has also been on a current medicine journey, or somebody has offered that as a healing modality. Yes, there's ink all over my hands. It's very common. You'll get used to it. And it's like, but I'm a little worried. I don't know if worried's the right word. But what if I meet these little angry mushroom people, parts of my grief or parts of myself, parts of, resentments, regrets, disappointments, all those things. It doesn't have to be in regards to this loss, but I do feel like someone's stepping forward for that message specifically to say, you're still my baby. You're still my baby. And I feel like I might bump into them. And is it going to, affect my adventure, my medicine adventure? I feel like they really want to be of service. They're actually part and parcel of the whole adventure. It's almost as if like they are protecting something. They're an external expression, like Sometimes they might be around when there's like a clue, or, you know, in the Mario, if you get a pipe to go down or a hill to go up, where some extra little skill might be needed, or little effort, a little extra effort might be required. And from the game player standpoint, it might be like, oh, they're there to slow me down, but they really could be also protecting something. And that really could be a key or a clue. But this love language is asking me to... Peaceful. Oh, that's really nice. To move through, if you are moving through grief, or you're moving through any sort of hurts. Again, it can be in any regard. All those channels in which we externalize and interact with jobs, careers, relationships, this, that, or the other. Hold on. My cats are going crazy. I also took the opportunity to get some water. Okay. Back in Leo, seeing this language. It's like I'm watching... Blue jay? Is it a blue jay or woody woodpecker? And I'm watching Dumbo.
What do you want?
So again, another bird. And I'm don't need anything, love. If you'd like to add to the Leo reading, you're more than welcome to. So like this woody woodpecker or blue jay, they're watching over Dumbo. Dumbo, I feel like, is a child or somebody younger than me. And I'm watching them learn how to fly, I guess. Trust what could be their perceived as a deficiency, or, you know, like with having the big ears is coming through. And realizing it's actually what makes you...
It's not easy.
No, I suppose it's not. I'm going to use the word special, but I don't know if that's the right word, but hopefully you know what I mean. Again, it's like an energy just expressed. Maybe they hear spirit. Maybe they communicate with spirit with the big ears. Maybe they can fly in that symbolic state. Maybe they're astral travelers. Maybe they're really good at whatever the case may be. Something that stands out. And I feel like this woodpecker blue jay, maybe they get bullied a little bit with the blue jay coming through. But then I see the woodpecker trying to carve out, like trying to help and carve out like Morse code messages. They might be communicating with spirit, whatever Dumbo may symbolize for somebody. I'm also seeing dinosaurs. I think I'm in Jurassic Park. Well, not that there's I've seen a million dinosaur movies, but right here. And they're all like...
I want it.
In like one of those scenes. And they're running towards something. There's an older gentleman in spirit. I definitely get grandpa vibes that is helping this Dumbo walk. Find my footing. So again, I kind of feel like somebody might have a kid, or maybe when you were a kid, you had, or you heard, maybe you still do, or it's coming back. Maybe it was shut down for a little bit, but there was a grandfather spirit that was like trying to help this energy be expressed through you. And you weren't crazy. You were hearing it. You were hearing him. Oh, okay. So I'm adding on Oracle. Apparently, here we are. Unseen. Okay, give me 2 shakes. And these 2. So we have here Hunter of Strength and Spirit of Initiation. Maybe when you were a child, younger, maybe even if it was yesterday, because I feel like it could also be returning. So whatever your earthly age is, right? The strength to even revisit that and almost like nurture that part of you, that gift, and maybe you dealt with it or responded, reacted. Maybe your family around you were like, maybe they were very religious, or it doesn't even have to be religion. That's not fair, but you know what I mean? Some sort of context where the mindset is compartmentalized. So something slightly different or wildly different than that, saying, oh, I see spirit, and you're in a particular kind of family paradigm or programming, you know, back in the day, you could have been hospitalized for, you know, different ailments or diseases. Excuse me. So it brings me into like the hunter of strength here. And if you know me, I will always scry the art first. But like, see here, this animal, and then it's being from spirit, the strength to send it down. And like spirit always had your back. Spirit always has your back. Your spirit family, perhaps, because then I also have spirit of initiation here, and it feels like that grandfather energy that's stepping forward in that Dumbo feel. Like you're some, maybe if you're resonating with this, like you're some sort of initiate in regards to a bigger star family, a soul family. But there's something I feel like maybe it's a birthmark, or, you know, my ears are outset, or there's something you have that is earthly that expresses some gift. Unseen, we hear shaman of birth. And okay, so it absolutely could be a birthmark.
Garden.
Absolutely could be a birthmark. Like, and for some that might feel like a curse, like I was marked. Like, why am I different from my family? Or why can I hear spirits? I do feel like that's what it is, but maybe it really could be anything. But that's honestly how I'm feeling it. Oh, spirit of family and destruction. Okay, so see, it's like this bigger family, this frequency family, but yet when I come down to the earth family, maybe you're just in a position where there's a lot of destruction or trauma. There's just things going on, life, right? Like as adults, everyone's trying to navigate, like we're adults and we know what we're doing. We're all children just running around this playground trying to figure it all out, or at least have a good time while we're here. But so maybe you have some sort of guilt, or if you were like, I don't want to be so harsh and say banished from your family, but that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. Like you're the black sheep. Okay. That's the nicest way I can say that. So Leos, if any of you are resonating, this seems to be the line of this aura that I'm picking up on. You didn't destroy anything. You expanded something. And even by existing, if anyone's earthly form cannot understand compassionately, they can't understand. They've chosen particular mindsets and you felt left and alone. Spirit always has and had your back. And you might be re-stepping into that. You might be reigniting this knowing, this gift, this, you might even like feel your birthmark wherever it may be. Somebody might also have it like maybe a mole or something on their back, and every so often it like might itch and just kind of like, it almost like a tickle from the frequencies. That's what it makes me feel like. You actually, by the bravery to be the black sheep, destroyed some really karmic ties for yourself, and will benefit your current earthly family in different paradigms and lifetimes, etc. But please always know that you have a bigger family. A bigger family. Now, for other Leos, if that's not your scry story, and that's okay, please release. But how they bridge together is the soul family that's currently incarnate, like your bloodline family, and then your friend family. And then there's also like a soul tribe family. And then there's spirit family. Spirit's what we all share, but they're not only in the afterlife, it's like your ink blot. They're layered. Like you might have family in, you know, like 5D, 8D, 11D. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it is.
You don't understand.
I know. I don't understand, but I'm willing to wander into it. I may not have the language for it, but anyway, so that's how I feel in that line. I'm gonna move on up here to the next line, Leo. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all those who donate and support the channel. You warm my haunted heart, and I am so honored and blessed and grateful. If you want a personal, description below, same thing. All the links are below. Even if you want to comment a heart. Okay. So I'm going to get my Scrying here for... I feel like somebody might be coming in that hasn't seen you a while. Something about water. Maybe they live afar. But I'm seeing like those old telephone cans. You know, so maybe you talk to them on the phone or you haven't spoken to them in a while. And you're like, hey, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you so long. Oh my goodness. Not that you have to talk like that, but you know what I mean? Okay, so one person's going to be calling with like some stuff. I'm not going to call it baggage. They might just have traveled around. They've had some experiences. And connecting with you or vice versa, Leo, because strength has come up now. I swear okay, thank you. Twice. This is what I feel like your position in your aura for early July or whenever you reach this. People might come to you, but there's one person specifically that I feel like I said, is a little bit farther away day for day. Or maybe they call you all the time because of your quiet strength. I don't know if they're exhausted or you're exhausted, but I do feel like I'm so happy to see and hear from you. But there's also like an exhaustion to recuperation happening. Okay, so yep. So in this line, I don't know, this lineage of the Leo collective, like really seems to be like I'm looking at a cake. Something about a giraffe. A giraffe is standing out. If that means anything to anyone. Okay, it's almost as if I step into the Leo skin, if I may, for a moment, and thank you for allowing me to be there, to be here, Leos. I feel like I'm welcoming somebody in because I know that maybe they've been traveling a lot and they or have been on this adventure of sorts and they need a place to like squat for a while. They need to rest. They need to recuperate, maybe before they decide their next move. Fools come through a few times. This is on the other aspect. Then I also, because that's that very cheerful conversation. Then I feel like, Leos, you might have multiple people around you. And another energy is stepping forward where they constantly come to you, or it's very, very consistent and you quietly, dignity is coming through, communicate your care, your opinion, your advice, because I feel like they ask for your advice and never take it. And you're just like, this is foolish. I'm exhausted and I need to recuperate from this. And a little bit of like a cleansing protection, like boundary is coming through because it's like, I love you, but this circle is binding us to somehow to like this same thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense somewhere, shape or form. All right, getting ready to close out here for the Leo collective. But to be honest with you, when I chime into the person that's been traveling or afar or just not as near as they normally be, like I'm so happy to see them. I'm so happy to talk to them. It's almost like they're saying they're coming. I'm going to be in your state or I'm going to be in your country in 6 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. Or I have a job because they're like a traveling something or other. They're like, I have a job that's going to bring me in your area and, you know, let's touch base. But I feel like you're going to know that they're tired and you're going to really offer them a really nice, quiet place to recuperate, to regain that strength and like send them back out. Empress, Captain of Airships, sorry, excuse me, Leos, and Cosmic Blueprints. If those cards mean anything to you, please take it in. I'm going to take a boo here.
Where am I?
You are currently in the afterlife, different density, but connecting into Canada. Okay, so I'm going to go with line, line, line. That's how that's calling to come through. So I'm in the first line here where I was before with the mushroom and the bear and the bird, and I'm being lifted up and somebody had passed away. I am getting the vibes that might have been a male that passed away, but that's just the male energy stepping forward. So whether they're actually earthly female or male is not my concern. And I feel like as the female, I'm left with some stuff. I'm left with some stuff. Maybe this is part of that medicine journey I was talking about. Maybe it's through the material, going through the material things that I know is going to bring up some memories. And I know I'm going to meet those angry mushroom people. And I'm going to have to go through this. But that's the medicine. And it's like, I'm going to be with you the whole way. I know it's not easy, but I'm going to be with you the whole way. Please know I'm going to be with you. So I feel like that's the message for somebody, should that resonate. And then when I wander up to the to the Dumbo of sorts, to the Dumbo in the Jurassic Park, lots of ancient ancestors running around but they're all at different stages and different points, and they're very, very playful. When we say ancient, sometimes it immediately, you think of that old wizard or whatever ancestor you may think of. This feels all very playful when I come into the Dumbo and the woodpecker and the blue jays. But I feel like this is all part and parcel of your birth and blueprint, if I may. So if it is returning, re-rising, even recalling your ancestor, one of, not sure from which star system or which family of sorts, but has been with you, I believe, since birth. Could be like a birth guide as well. And then last but not least, coming up to the top line of Leo, it's like a trifecta aura. Like, it's so fun. I have here the captive airships, and it's all about those conversations. Somebody traveling, coming through, and you're going to meet them. Meet and greet them. Then there's somebody else that may just exhaust you. And like a reminder of also to receive help when you need rest. To know who you can go to, or like who your network is, like to vent or, clean and clear and not carry somebody else's, I'm going to say foolish frequencies when I'm in one way. And maybe you need to find them if you haven't. I don't want to say seek it out, but kind of put it out there, like little divining rods of your mind and your heart, and see where it leads you. Because you might find somebody that inspires you to differently than you might typically or topically think, for you to recuperate from the work that you do just by being a Leo. And maybe it is also this friend, when this friend travels in, but I feel like you kind of prioritize their recuperation, but just by default, they fill you. Feels very good. Oh my goodness. Okay, last but not least here, Leo, we have here 5-5. Well, your timing is divine. So we're going to switch a little. This is probably why this went wonky. 55 is the card, the farther gate, bold step forward, and the spirit would like to leave. So love, if you feel as though you are stuck here, you are not. But if you feel that you are in between states, I'm going to take a moment. We're going to utilize this Leo ladder here of a love language. And Leos, I'm sorry this is happening in your reading, but sorry, not sorry. We're going to take a moment. You're welcome to join me or press pause, come back, whatever the case may be. But we're going to utilize this card if you want to take a breath in with your eyes, envisioning the white light through the gate for the spirit to step forward. The grounding sensation is each of us are existing here together as the earthly element and holding the space and ground, the frequencies, the currency is grounded as the white light is envisioned for you, the spirit, to step forward should you wish to leave this liminal land that you may feel that you're in between density and the divine, and walk through to truly meet all your loved ones, true loves, and be embraced. May you take the bold step forward knowing that we are here to support you through this. And we will meet once again. Namaste.
Hello.
Leos, thank you so much for that. Your efforts are appreciated. Hello. I'm going to let you go. We will flip your ink blot for later on in July and see how like the end of July aura is doing. And until then, thank you so much.